So parents often ask me, how do I build my child's personality? And then they add to that, how can I make my child more self-confident and independent? Well, actually, those are two separate issues. Personality traits are genetic. And so when we want to think about what to do to interact with a child, to support the personality aspects that the child has inherited from his ancestry, we have to decide what aspects of personality do we want to reinforce and what aspects of personality do we want to pay no attention to. I'll give you an example. Just yesterday, I was in an elevator and there was this little girl that was maybe 1 year old. And she immediately, when she looked at me, started screaming and wanting her mother to pick her up out of the carriage that she was in. And of course, the mother wouldn't be able to do that. But the irony is that the mother said, oh, just look away from the doctor. Don't look at him. That'll help you stay calm. The most important thing to do in strengthening personality development is to ignore temper tantrums. If a child is throwing a temper tantrum, either echo the utterance that the child is making, wah, 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 or ignore it completely, rather than trying to pacify the child. So, the foundation for the question of how do I build my child's self-confidence, how do I build independence in my child, is a question of how adults interact with the child in basically the first 3 years of life. During the first year of life, especially the first 9 months of life, a child must be attended to, picked up immediately every time they cry. And then from age 1, roughly about the time they can walk, until about age 3, when the average child has a 3-word sentence vocabulary, we need to be responsive to a child, but not give in to temper tantrums. And that's what will result in the child developing more autonomy, more independence. This unfortunate misunderstanding that many parents have is that if my child is whining and he wants to be picked up, I should push him away, not pick him up, because that will somehow weaken his self-determination, weaken his independence. And that perception is absolutely incorrect. We have to always pick up a child, even a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, or a 3-year-old, when they want to be picked up. Just don't talk to them while you do it. Just simply give them physical comfort, and then in a few seconds, they'll want to be put back down again, because from roughly age 1 to roughly age 3, a child craves autonomy, wants to do things for themselves, but every once in a while, they'll need a sense of security. So be responsive to them wanting to be picked up and held, but without talking to them, without kissing them. Just simply pick them up, hold them lovingly, and then as soon as they squirm to get down, set them down. And that's what's going to build a sense of independence and autonomy in a child. Thank you.
لا هلا بعدين مو وقتها. انت جاي على بالك طفل بيجي له